Now, my kings, there are a lot of double standards in dating and even life in general that makes this whole relationship, dating, and even marriage kind of rigged against men. And these things are unfair a lot of times, but you have no other choice as a king than to deal with them. And the very first way to beat some of these double standards is to choose a woman who loves you for you. My kings, never make the mistake of being with a woman who has clearly shown you signs that she's not in that relationship with you because she loves you or she wants to do this thing with you. She's doing it with you because there are benefits, there are things she gets from you, and those things are the reasons why she's there. You know, we talk about these signs all the time. So as a king on this channel, you should already know when a woman is showing signs that she's not with you for the right reasons. So pay attention to those things and make sure that you only choose a woman who wants to be with you for you, who really genuinely just wants to do this thing with you. Because there is this double standard that women can get unconditional support, but men are expected to take care of themselves. Men are not supposed to be supported or loved unconditionally. But that is crazy and unfair. So the best way to beat it is to choose a woman who loves you for you, because a woman who loves you for you will be there unconditionally. She will be there at any given time, willing to work things, willing to make it work with you, willing to build, willing to help in whatever way she can. But the woman who is in for benefits, in for one ulterior motive or the other, she moves immediately. It's not favoring her. The moment it is no longer what she bargained for, she's gone. And for you to beat this double standards, it is best you choose women who love you for you. Another way to beat this double standards is to have other support systems. My kings, as much as you want to carry your woman along, make her your person, your support system, also have other people who you can rely on. Have friends, siblings, relatives, people, anybody at all. Just have other support system so that you're not over dumping on your woman, so that you don't become overly dependent. Because now when you become overly dependent on her, some women can turn on you and use that against you. Although this doesn't happen with every woman, but you're not going to say because there are rare cases where it doesn't happen, you then just make your woman your everything and just depend on her. At some point, she's going to start seeing it as a burden. Because that's not how women are wired. We are wired to help. So if you without see that, okay, everything is dependent on us, it can make things go crazy. So have other people, have mentors, have friends who you can rely on, who genuinely, again, loves you and will support you. Will be with you in your down times, in your up times. Don't be with friends who also are there for the benefits. What's the difference? Don't be with friends who are there conditionally. When things are good, we are here, but when things are bad, like some of you kings have friends that you can't even tell that you're not doing well because you are afraid of the mockery they are going to make of you. Whilst these are supposed to be people who are your friends. So please build good connections, good friendships that will be there for you no matter what your life looks like. No matter when it is the down times or the high times, they would always be there. Another way to beat this double standard is to build financial stability. Now, my kings, we all know this double standard where men are expected to be financially stable, but a woman's finances doesn't matter. Now I know this is so unfair. It is not supposed to be so. We are all humans, but that is it. It is there. It has been there since time immemorial. What can you do to beat it? Be financially stable. Build financial stability for yourself, not for a woman, not for society, not for what anybody can think, for yourself. Because financial stability gives you freedom. It gives you peace. It gives you confidence. No, it doesn't give you confidence. It boosts your confidence. When you can easily afford the things you want for yourself without having to beg anybody, you already know how that feels, Kings. So that is it. Just don't care about the fact that men are expected to have it all together, whilst women can just, if you can see women who are in the same financial status as some men talking down on them and saying they cannot be with such men when they themselves are in the same financial or even worse financial status than the other men. But you see, it is unfair, but it happens. It is there. It's been there. So what do? You work for your own finances just for yourself. Be stable, be able to afford your basic needs. And when a woman who knows what it means to build stability, to build finances, a good woman comes along, she's going to appreciate that and bring in whatever she has to make sure that you both make things work. And that is where you choosing a woman who loves you for you comes in. Because that woman is not going to be looking at the finances. Yes, she would want to know that there is even something. That would be what matters to a good woman. Is there even something we can work with? Is there even something we can stand on to move? And she will be willing to go on and build that thing with you. So yes, my kings, build financial stability, notwithstanding the fact that it is unfair that men are expected to have that financial stability, whilst a woman's finances doesn't matter. Another way to beat this double standard is to be unapologetic about your standards. Now, my kings, there's this other double standard that women have the right to have standards. They have the right to, you see, women can easily say, I don't date short men. It is 6 foot or nothing. Some women can even bring it to the inches down there. If it's not this inch or that inch, I don't want. But if a man dares to say, I only date tall women, or I only date slim women, no fat women here, it is going to become an issue because the man has standards. Is this fair? No. But does it happen? Yes. You are going to be tagged someone who is condescending, someone who is a sexist, if you dare to put these things out there the way women put it out there. So what do you do to beat this? You are unapologetic about your standards. And this doesn't mean you go out there behaving the way women behave, throwing a 6 foot or nothing out there. But it means that you know what your standards are. You know what you're looking for in a woman. And if you're not getting it, you are not going with that woman no matter what. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, but this is not going to work. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, but this is where I draw the line. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I can't be with a woman who has nothing doing. Communicate it respectfully and be unapologetic about it. It is what you want. You have the right. You are human. You have the right to have your standards. You have the right to have your preferences. So don't be ashamed about it. Just do not be rude about it. Do not be, how will I put it, condescending about it. But be unapologetic about it. Own it. It is your standards and you have the right to set them. Now, the last way to beat these double standards on my list today is to communicate clearly and calmly if you're no longer interested in a woman. Now, my kings, we all also know this double standard where women are allowed to change their minds. A woman can get with a man, even lead him or make him feel like things are going on well. And all of a sudden goes like, oh, I'm no longer interested. And it is fine. Society doesn't frown at it. Nobody is going to make a fuss about it. But if a man should do the same thing, he's considered a player. Now again, this is unfair. It is a double standard and it doesn't make sense. But what can we do? We've already come to meet it. That is how it's always been. There's nothing we can do about it. So what you do as a king to beat it is to communicate it clearly. If you were interested in a woman and you were going after her, and now when you get closer, you can see you're no longer feeling it. It's no longer what you want. Communicate it clearly and calmly. And if that woman still goes ahead to call you a player or says you led her on and all that, that is her business. Because you have communicated clearly and calmly without letting it linger that you're no longer interested. It is simple. You were interested in her from a distance. So probably you got closer and you saw some things that don't sit well with you. Or you just realized that, okay, that was infatuation. It was not even really a real feeling. But you've already kind of spoken to her about it, made some commitments, maybe. So what you do is to state it clearly. I'm sorry, but this is how I feel now. And I wouldn't want to lead you on. So please, let's call it quits. And if that woman doesn't understand, any woman in her right senses is going to be okay with it because she would prefer that you told her earlier than leading her on and letting her think that there's something going on and later on finding out herself that you've lost interest a long time ago. So if you do this and the woman doesn't appreciate it, that's her problem. You move. After all, right here, we're trying to beat this double standards because already it is unfair on you kings where you have to really deal with all of this. So just communicate it clearly. You have the right to change your mind. You can. But like I said, you probably got closer and there were things that didn't sit well with you. Or you just realized that, okay, she's not even all that. From a distance, she felt like all that. But as I come closer, she's not. But you're not going to say that, of course. You're just going to clearly state that your interests have changed. And that, like I said, should be appreciated by any woman in her right mind. And if she doesn't appreciate it, it is none of your business. You've done what you're supposed to do as a king to beat the double standards. So that's it for this video, my kings. These are 5 ways to beat the double standards in dating that are always ever there, making this whole relationship, marriage, and dating thing rigged against men. Please do let me know if you found this video interesting and informative as well. Do watch, subscribe if you haven't done that already. Turn on the notification bell. Like this video. Drop a comment down below. Share this video with your family and friends and see you in the next one. Bye.